You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome, everyone. So, you know how it feels sometimes in web development? Like you're just constantly trying to catch up, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's like drinking from a fire hose, isn't it? New frameworks, new libraries every week.
Exactly. So today, for this Tech Tuesdays WebDev edition, we thought we'd try and, cut through some of that, find the stuff that really matters.
Sounds good. Because beneath all the churn, there's often this push for just making things work better, faster, more efficient.
Right, like efficiency. Let's talk about Bun. Everyone's buzzing about its speed, especially installing packages. What's actually going on under the hood there? How is it so much faster than, say, NPM?
Okay, so the big idea with Bun is they stopped treating package installation like just another JavaScript task. They approached it as a systems problem.
A systems problem, meaning?
Meaning they built it in Zig. That's a systems programming language. It lets Bun talk much more directly to your operating system using system calls.
Ah, okay. Less overhead than Node.js managers.
Way less. It minimizes those calls, caches things differently like manifests and binary. It optimizes how it unpacks those tarball files.
Gotcha.
Uses the OS's own way to copy files, which is faster. And it makes use of all your CPU cores.
Wow. So it's not just like a clever algorithm. It's fundamentally different in how it interacts with the machine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about getting closer to the metal, you could say.
That makes sense. And speaking of doing things differently for efficiency, you mentioned something about counting unique values, something surprising.
Yeah, this one's interesting. We usually think hash tables are the go-to for counting unique items, right?
Yeah.
Because theoretically, they're super efficient.
Uh-huh. Standard computer science stuff.
Right. But it turns out, in practice, especially with really large arrays, something called hashed sorting can actually be faster.
Faster? Really? How does that work? Seems counterintuitive.
It boils down to memory, specifically memory bandwidth. When your data gets too big for the CPU caches, how efficiently you access main memory becomes the bottleneck.
Yeah.
Hashed sorting tends to use that memory bandwidth more effectively in those scenarios. Hash tables are great when you look up keys way more often than you have unique keys.
But if the number of lookups and unique keys are kind of similar...
Then hashed radix sorts often win because they use less memory overall. It just shows, theory isn't always the whole story in practice. Hardware matters.
That's a great point. Real-world performance depends on the actual silicon. Now, Bun might be simplifying one corner, but the front end, that feels like it's only getting more complex, the sheer number of tools.
Oh, totally. It's not just you feeling that. Think back to the early 2010s. Things were, simpler, fewer choices, standards were more stable.
Yeah, jQuery days.
Pretty much. Then post-2015, you get faster JavaScript updates, SPAs take off, TypeScript arrives. The whole ecosystem just exploded.
So we need different strategies now.
Definitely. Maybe focusing more on solid component libraries, being really deliberate about dependencies. You can't just grab everything anymore.
Makes sense. So for someone navigating this, maybe making the leap from Web React to React Native for mobile, what skills actually transfer smoothly and what's a totally new ballgame?
Well, the good news is a lot of the core React thinking transfers. Hooks, functional components, state management concepts, even how you fetch data with things like Axios or Tanstack query.
Okay, so the logic part is similar.
Yeah, and Flexbox for layout, still super useful. The big change is the UI layer. Instead of HTML tags, you use native components.
Right, like view instead of div.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And styling is done with JavaScript objects, not separate CSS files. Navigation's different too, React navigation instead of React router.
Got it. Different building blocks for the interface, but the React brain still works. And there are always new tools popping up to help, right? Like JetZig.
Right. JetZig is interesting, a web framework written in Zig, aiming for that systems level efficiency again. File-based routing, its own templating, database stuff.
And React Native enriched.
Yeah, that tackles a common mobile headache. A good native-rich text editor. It gives you a customizable component for iOS and Android, handles styling synchronously, HTML parsing, mentions, links, all that jazz.
Cool. So people are building solutions, but relying on all these shared tools, it brings risks, doesn't it? We saw that with the big NPM attack recently.
We certainly did. That was pretty serious. It wasn't a small thing at all.
What actually happened there?
Basically, a maintainer of some hugely popular packages, Chalk, Debug, Strip, ANSI, things downloaded billions of times a week, got their account compromised through phishing.
Oh, wow.
And malicious versions were uploaded. The malware was designed to steal cryptocurrency. It's a stark reminder of how fragile the supply chain can be.
Yeah, suddenly installing a package feels a bit riskier, really underscores the need for vigilance.
Absolutely. Two-factor authentication, dependency auditing,
Like,
it's critical.
it makes you think differently about the code you write, too, which leads to that idea you mentioned, disposable versus durable code. What's the distinction?
It's really a philosophy. Disposable code is like for quick tasks, experiments,
Okay.
maybe something an AI whips up. It's cheap, you use it, you toss it. No big deal if it breaks.
Okay, like a script to process a file once.
Exactly. Durable code is different. That's for your critical systems, the stuff that has to work. It needs careful design, testing, monitoring, maintenance.
Yeah.
Because the cost of failure is high.
Right, and sometimes that disposable script accidentally becomes durable, which is less fun.
Been there. So yeah, knowing when to build fast and cheap versus slow and solid is a really key skill.
Definitely. And AI isn't just for maybe writing disposable code, it's changing problem solving too, right? Like with those leak code challenges.
Yeah, it's fascinating. A lot of hard lead code problems, things like the coin change problem or finding the largest histogram area, become much easier if you use a constraint solver.
A constraint solver, like minimises.
Exactly. Instead of writing a complex custom algorithm, you define the problem's rules, the constraints, and let the solver figure out the optimal solution. It's a different way to attack the problem.
Interesting. Using the right tool for the job, even if it's an AI tool. And speaking of AI tools, Claude and ChatGPT seem to handle memory quite differently. I was thinking about covering this on the Vocal Technologist sometime.
Oh, completely different philosophies.
Mhm.
Claude is essentially a blank slate each time, unless you explicitly tell it to retrieve past info using specific tools that search its raw conversation history.
Okay, so you have to actively manage its memory.
Right. ChatGPT, on the other hand, tries to build an ongoing personalized memory. It creates user profiles, remembers past interactions automatically for context, always on.
That's a fundamental difference in how you'd use them, especially for tasks needing long-term context.
Absolutely. It shapes the entire interaction.
Man, we've jumped around a lot today, from deep system-level stuff with Bun to the crazy front-end world, security scares, code philosophies, and now AI approaches. Quite the range.
It really shows the breadth of web development today, doesn't it? So the question maybe to leave people thinking about is, in this fast-changing landscape, what's more valuable? Mastering the latest shiny tool, or mastering the fundamental principles underneath? The things that let you understand why a tool works and adapt when the next big thing inevitably comes along. Something to chew on.
Spoken Tech for your ears.